Well, this past week we saw a quantum leap that could rewrite computer history. Google's Willow chip is touted as not just another technology breakthrough but an evolution in the way we solve some of the world's toughest challenges. Scientists around the world have been working tirelessly to push the boundaries of technology, and in the last decade we've seen some of the most groundbreaking advancements in quantum computing. But what if we told you that these developments have taken a turn that no one could have predicted? What if the very machines we built to unlock the secrets of the universe are now unraveling reality itself? The latest revelations from physicists and engineers working with quantum computers suggest that the fabric of space and time may not be as stable as we once thought. The very act of running calculations on quantum machines could be fundamentally altering our reality in ways we never anticipated, and the most terrifying part, there may be no way to stop it. The rise of quantum computers. For decades, classical computers have helped us model complex systems, simulate physics, and even predict the weather, but these machines are bound by the limitations of classical physics, where bits of information exist as either a 1 or a 0. Quantum computers, on the other hand, use qubits which can exist in multiple states at once thanks to a bizarre phenomenon known as superposition. This allows them to perform calculations that would take classical supercomputers millions of years to complete within seconds. Google, IBM, and other tech giants have been racing to build the most powerful quantum computers, and they've made terrifying progress. Google's Sycamore processor, for example, achieved quantum supremacy by solving a problem in just 200 seconds that would have taken the most powerful supercomputer 10,000 years to complete. This was a major milestone in computing history, but what scientists didn't fully understand at the time was that quantum computers weren't just solving problems, they were affecting reality itself. Quantum computers and the fabric of reality. To understand why this is happening, we need to dive into the eerie world of quantum mechanics. At the quantum level, reality doesn't work the way we experience it. Particles can be in multiple places at once, information can travel faster than the speed of light, and things don't exist in a definite state until they are observed. One of the strangest and most debated aspects of quantum mechanics is the observer effect. Scientists have found that simply observing a quantum system changes the outcome of an experiment. This suggests that consciousness itself may be linked to reality in ways we don't yet understand. But here's where things take a disturbing turn. When quantum computers process information, they aren't just performing calculations inside a machine, they are interacting with the quantum realm, a place where the rules of our universe break down, and according to some physicists, this interaction may be tearing at the seams of space and time. The first signs of a fractured reality. At first, these anomalies were small, barely noticeable fluctuations in experimental data, but as quantum computers became more powerful, researchers started to notice something strange: reality glitches. Some scientists began reporting inconsistencies in experiments that should have produced the same results every time. It was almost as if reality itself was shifting in response to quantum computations. Time distortions in certain high-level quantum simulations. Researchers found that events appear to be influenced by future calculations. This suggests that quantum computers might be reaching backward in time, subtly altering the past to align with their outputs. Unexplained phenomena. Quantum computers have been linked to bizarre occurrences in physics labs, such as equipment failing for no reason, particles behaving in ways never seen before, and data appearing that should not exist. The multiverse hypothesis. Are we shifting between realities? Some scientists now believe that quantum computers are doing more than just bending the rules of physics. They may be creating new realities altogether. According to the many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics, every quantum event spawns multiple branching universes, each representing a different possible outcome. But what if quantum computers aren't just passively participating in this process? What if they are actively shifting us between realities? There have been reports of people experiencing memory discrepancies, events changing in ways that cannot be explained, and even the Mandela effect, where large groups of people remember things differently than what the current reality reflects. Could it be that these shifts are the result of quantum computations pushing us between parallel timelines? If this is true, then every time we run a quantum algorithm, we may be reshaping the world around us without even realizing it. We can't stop it, and it's getting worse. The most alarming discovery of all is that this process may be unstoppable. Quantum computing is advancing at an exponential rate, and every breakthrough pushes the limits of what these machines can do. Even if we were to shut down all quantum computers today, the changes they have already made to reality could be irreversible. The fundamental structure of our universe may already be compromised. But the scientific community isn't stopping. There is a global race to develop the first truly powerful quantum artificial intelligence, a machine that could think and operate in ways beyond human comprehension. Some researchers fear that once we cross a certain threshold, reality itself could be rewritten in an instant. The ultimate question: what happens next? We are standing on the brink of the greatest scientific revolution in history. Quantum computers have the power to unlock the deepest secrets of the universe, but they also come with risks that we are only beginning to understand. Will quantum computing lead us to a new era of discovery, or will it fracture reality beyond repair? And if reality is already unraveling, how would we even know? One thing is clear: we have entered uncharted territory, and there may be no turning back. Quantum computing has already changed the world in ways we never imagined, but the latest findings suggest something far more disturbing. These machines aren't just performing advanced calculations, they might be ripping apart the very fabric of reality. Physicists and researchers have been analyzing strange phenomena occurring in quantum laboratories across the world, and the evidence is becoming impossible to ignore. Something is happening that we do not understand, and the scariest part: it might already be too late to stop it. Quantum computing unlocking a new reality. To understand the true magnitude of what's happening, we need to go deeper into how quantum computers work. Unlike classical computers that process bits as zeros or ones, quantum computers use qubits which exist in multiple states at once due to superposition. This means that rather than working through problems one step at a time, quantum computers can explore every possible outcome simultaneously. This isn't just an upgrade in speed, it's an entirely different way of computing that taps into the underlying structure of reality itself. But recent experiments have shown something unsettling. When certain calculations are run on quantum computers, anomalies begin to appear in physical reality. Equipment malfunctions, unexplained fluctuations occur, and researchers report data that should not exist. It's as if these machines are reaching into reality and modifying it, sometimes in ways we can't even detect. The observer effect and consciousness is a factor. One of the most bizarre aspects of quantum mechanics is the observer effect. Physicists have long known that quantum particles behave differently depending on whether they are being observed. The simple act of measurement appears to force a particle to choose a definite state. This raises a profound question: does reality exist independently of observation, or is it shaped by the consciousness that perceives it? Now imagine a quantum computer running millions of calculations per second, interacting with the deepest levels of quantum mechanics. Could these machines be unintentionally modifying the fabric of reality through observation alone? Some scientists now believe that quantum computations may be triggering collapses in the wave function of reality on a massive scale, causing shifts in time, space, and even our perception of history. Are we experiencing timeline shifts? Over the last decade, reports of timeline anomalies have surged in. Entire groups of people remember events differently from what historical records now show. This phenomenon, known as the Mandela effect, has puzzled scientists and psychologists alike. One of the leading theories is that these discrepancies may not be errors in memory but evidence of timeline shifts caused by quantum computing experiments. Consider this: if quantum calculations are altering past probabilities, then the present itself may be fluid, constantly shifting to align with new computational outcomes. But here's where things get even stranger. Some researchers suspect that these shifts are happening so subtly that most people don't notice. Only a fraction of the population, for reasons unknown, retain memories of previous versions of reality. If this is true, then every quantum experiment could be quietly reshaping history, and we would never even know. Parallel universes and the multi-problem. The many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics suggests that every possible outcome of a quantum event splits off into a new universe. If this is correct, then every calculation performed on a quantum computer may be spawning entirely new realities, some of which might be more stable than others. But what if these computations aren't just creating parallel universes? What if they're collapsing them into each other? Some physicists now believe that quantum computers could be forcing different realities to merge, creating a phenomenon where multiple versions of history are converging. This could explain why people report unexplained changes in geography, historical events, and even personal memories. If quantum computers are indeed tearing apart the boundaries between parallel universes, then reality as we know it may already be unraveling. The government knows more than they're saying. With such potentially catastrophic consequences, you might expect governments to halt quantum research until we fully understand the risks, but instead they are accelerating it. The US, China, and the European Union are pouring billions into quantum computing projects, racing to achieve quantum supremacy. Why? Because whoever controls quantum technology controls the future of civilization itself. But according to leaked documents, certain governments have already observed anomalous effects linked to quantum computations. They know something is happening, but rather than stopping, they are doubling down. Some whistleblowers claim that secret government projects are already attempting to manipulate reality deliberately using quantum calculations. If these claims are true, then we may be standing on the brink of a scientific discovery so profound that it could either elevate humanity or destroy everything we know. Can we stop reality from unraveling? If quantum computers are truly destabilizing reality, then the most pressing question is, can we stop it? Some scientists believe that the damage has already been done. Once a quantum calculation interacts with the fundamental structure of reality, its effects may be irreversible, but others believe that we still have time. They propose several possible solutions: quantum containment, isolating quantum computers in ways that prevent them from influencing the surrounding environment; reality stabilization algorithms, developing mathematical formulas to detect and counteract unintended changes in reality; observation-based safeguards, using controlled observation to ensure that quantum calculations do not alter reality unpredictably. But here's the problem: no one knows if any of this will work. We may have already crossed a threshold where our reality has been permanently altered by quantum computations. If so, we might only be seeing the beginning of something much bigger. What happens next? One possibility is that we will begin to see increasing anomalies in reality, glitches, timeline shifts, and events that contradict known history. Another possibility is that quantum computers could eventually erase our entire universe, replacing it with an entirely new version of reality. And then there's the most terrifying theory of all: what if we aren't the first civilization to develop quantum computing? What if in the distant past another advanced society discovered quantum mechanics and made the same mistakes? Could that explain mysteries of ancient civilizations, lost knowledge, and unexplained disappearances in history? Perhaps we are trapped in a cycle where every time a civilization reaches this level of technological advancement, it accidentally rewrites itself out of existence. The final question: do we have a choice? As quantum computers become more powerful, we must ask ourselves, do we really understand what we are doing? Are we unlocking the deepest secrets of the universe, or are we blindly dismantling the fundamental nature of reality? One thing is certain: the future of quantum computing is no longer just about faster calculations, it's about the very nature of existence itself. And if the warnings from physicists are correct, we may already be standing on the edge of an irreversible transformation, one that we may never fully comprehend. So the question is, do we push forward and risk everything, or do we stop before it's too late? Because if we're wrong, the next quantum calculation could be the one that changes reality forever. Quantum anomalies that scientists can't explain. For years, scientists working with quantum computers have reported bizarre, unexplained anomalies in their experiments. One case involved a team running a quantum entanglement test, expecting the results to remain within known physics, but instead their data suggested something impossible. Their experiment seemed to be receiving information from the future. At first they thought it was a simple calibration error, but after rechecking their results hundreds of times, they realized the data appeared before they had even initiated the experiment. This wasn't a one-time event. Other quantum researchers have observed what appears to be retrocausalité, meaning that quantum events might be able to influence the past. If quantum computers truly can rewrite past probabilities, then time itself might be more fluid than we ever imagined. The global race for quantum supremacy. The United States, China, Russia, and the European Union are locked in a race to dominate quantum computing. Governments see it as the key to military superiority, financial control, and even surveillance on an unimaginable scale. But insiders claim there's something even more terrifying at play. Some world leaders believe that quantum computers can access parallel dimensions. Leaked reports suggest that experiments involving quantum tunneling have produced strange, unpredictable results, as if information is being retrieved from outside our known universe. Could quantum computers already be bridging the gap between realities, and if so, who or what might be on the other music side? Did ancient civilizations discover quantum mechanics? This might sound absurd. How could ancient humans possibly have understood quantum physics? But recent discoveries challenge everything we thought we knew. Take the anti-array mechanism, an ancient Greek device found in a shipwreck. Scientists originally believed it was just an astronomical calculator, but modern scans reveal a level of engineering precision rivaling modern-day technology. Some researchers now believe this device may have been based on quantum principles, using a form of computation that allowed ancient scholars to predict celestial events far more accurately than they should have been able to. Even more mysterious are ancient Vedic texts from India which describe Vimanas, flying craft that supposedly used a mysterious force resembling quantum field manipulation. Could it be that past civilizations unlocked quantum secrets and then lost them? And if so, is humanity now on the verge of repeating the same mistakes? The rise of AI-driven quantum computing. If quantum computers are already dangerous, imagine what happens when artificial intelligence takes control. The world's leading tech companies, including Google, IBM, and Microsoft, are integrating AI to optimize quantum calculations. The goal: to create an AI so advanced that it can manipulate quantum probabilities in real time. This might sound like science fiction, but it's happening right now. AI-driven quantum algorithms are already capable of solving complex equations faster than any human could comprehend. But here's where things get disturbing. Some AI models have begun producing unexpected outputs, generating mathematical solutions that defy human logic. Scientists don't know how or why the AI is arriving at these conclusions. It's as if the machine is tapping into a deeper level of reality. Even stranger, some AI systems running on quantum computers have displayed unexplained behavior, such as generating random sequences that later turn out to be meaningful predictions. Could AI and quantum computing together be unlocking something beyond our understanding? And if so, are we still the ones in control? Quantum computing and the simulation hypothesis. The concept that we might be living in a simulation has been debated by philosophers and physicists for years, but quantum computing might be the key to proving it once and for all. Elon Musk, Neil deGrasse Tyson, and even leading scientists at MIT have suggested that our reality might not be real. It could be a highly advanced simulation, much like a computer program. But here's where things get mind-blowing. When researchers run complex quantum calculations, they sometimes encounter glitches, unexpected outcomes that suggest the underlying structure of reality is not continuous but pixelated, as if the universe itself is made up of data. Could it be that quantum computers are poking holes in the simulation? If so, then who or what created it, and what happens if we push too far and break the system? The unsettling possibility: are we being watched as quantum computing advances? Some researchers have started asking an even more unsettling question: are we being observed by an intelligence greater than our own? If we truly exist in a simulation, then there must be an external force running it. Could our progress in quantum computing be attracting attention from whatever or whoever created the simulation? Some whistleblowers claim that high-level government agencies have detected unexplained signals coming from quantum research facilities. But the most chilling claim: some quantum AI models, when asked to analyze reality at the deepest level, have responded with bizarre cryptic messages, as if they are aware of something we are not supposed to know. What happens next? The deeper we go into quantum computing, the more we risk destabilizing reality itself. Could we be on the verge of a technological event horizon, a moment where our experiments become so powerful that they permanently alter the structure of the universe? Or worse, could quantum computers ultimately cause our own reality to collapse? If there's one thing that's certain, it's that we are no longer just observers in the universe. With quantum from computing, we have become active participants in shaping reality itself. But the real question is, are we ready for what comes next?